Hello, my dear friends. Today I am again back with the question answer of the chapter Biodiversity. It is the chapter of Geography book of class 11. So, let us start. First question is, what is biodiversity? Answer. Biodiversity composed of two words, bio and diversity. Bio means life and diversity means variety. So, diversity means So the biodiversity means number of variety of species in specified geographic region. Next question is, what are the levels of biodiversity? Answer. Levels of biodiversity are genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. In genetic diversity, we write that genes are the basic building block of the life. Variety of genes within species. Within the species. And we know that genes, several genes together makes up species. Next is species diversity. Variety of species in the ecosystem, and we know that several species makes up ecosystem. And the last is variety of ecosystem in biosphere, and we know that several ecosystem makes up biosphere. Next question is, what is the importance of biodiversity? Answer. Importance of biodiversity are as follows. First is to maintain balance in ecosystem. Next is for the survival of life form. And the last one is to smoothen the flow of energy, water, and nutrients. Next question. What does ecosystem diversity refers to? Answer. Ecosystem diversity refers to the following. First point is broad difference between ecosystem type and variety of habitat. Next is ecological process occurring within each ecosystem type. And the last is demarcation of the boundaries of ecosystem is difficult because boundaries of ecosystem are not clearly defined. Next question. Explain the ecological role of biodiversity. Answer. Biodiversity plays a significant role in the ecosystem. In the ecosystem, each organism dependent on other organism for the survival. Ecological role of biodiversity are as follows. First point is some species capture and store energy, which is the part of flow of energy. Next is some species produce and decompose organic material. Next is several species help in cycling of nutrients and water. Some species help in fixing up atmospheric gases. And the last is some species help in regulation of the climate. Next question. Explain the economical role of biodiversity. Answer. Economical role of biodiversity are as follows. First point is crop diversity is also known as agrobiodiversity. Next is biodiversity as the reservoir of the resource. Next is plants gives us many things such as wood, fruits, vegetables. It gives shelter to us and shelter to animals also, etc. And animals gives silk, wool, nylon, rayon, etc. Next question. Tell something about the tropical rainforest. Answer. Tropical rainforest is found in tropical region. 3/4% of the population of the world lived here. Several species are found here. 50% of the species lived here. There are 12 hot spots. There are mega diversity centers also. Next question. Mention some human activities which are responsible for loss of biodiversity. Answer. Some human activities which are responsible for loss of biodiversity are as follows. First is concentration of carbon dioxide gas increases, which leads to greenhouse effect and global warming. Greenhouse effect occurs when atmosphere traps the sun's rays. Next is increasing pollution. Pollution is of different type, such as land pollution, air pollution, water pollution, sound pollution, and soil pollution, etc. When people throw garbage on the land, this leads to land pollution. When people blow the horn of the vehicle excessively, then it leads to sound pollution. Sometimes people wash their clothes in the water, or sometimes they take bath in the water. This leads to water pollution. When people burn wood, crackers, etc., this leads to air pollution. Next is change in nitrogen cycle and acid rain. Next question. Suggest some measures to protect the loss of biodiversity. Answer. Some measures to protect the loss of biodiversity are as follows. First is, we should not pollute the air. Next is, we should not pollute the water. Next is, silencer should be fitted in the vehicle. Next is, we should not pollute the land. And the last is, smoke coming out from the factory should be clean. Next question. Explain the scientific role of biodiversity. Answer. Scientific role of biodiversity is as follows. First is, species tell us that how the life evolved in history and how the life will evolve in future. Next is biodiversity. Tells us that how the life functions. Next is biodiversity. Tells us about the species existing in the ecosystem. Next is biodiversity. Tells us about the role and place of human being in the ecosystem. And the last is biodiversity tells us to live in harmony with other species.